Back. On the 25th of January, a new realization has come to all Egyptians. Something broke into our daily lives, became a reality. The revolution is a reality now. What happened on the 25th of January and on the 28th of January and on the 2nd of February were some incidents that resulted in the death of many Egyptians. Up to 600 or more Egyptians fell martyr in the incidents of the revolution. Because of that, engineer Mahmoud الطويل decided to make a memorial for all these people, not anywhere, but in Tahrir Square, where it first started. I'd like to welcome with me engineer Mahmoud الطويل, the decor designer, and his professor, Dr. Abdelghaffar Shadid, the art of history professor at Cairo University. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Mahmoud, in the very beginning, tell us more about this project.
First, I need to thank the mothers of the martyrs. I need to tell her I respect you too much. Their sons was a knight, and I tried to give him a gift, a simple gift to her mothers. So I make this memorial. I made every martyr have his own obelisk, and I write the name with Pharaonic language and English language and in Arabic to tell the whole world we have a knights standing side by side in Tahrir Square to defend for any enemies to protect our country, that's mean Egypt. My design philosophy, I need to make reconciliations between the police and the people to forgive the wrong that's wrong what happened, and I hope it will be done as soon as.
What is the relation between this and the memorials you are planning for?
You know, we know that's more of policemen did in these revolutions, and the young people did also. So I make the bond between them to stand side by side. If you see in the photo, I hope it will
can see it
now.
on air.
Yes. They stand side by side in a circle frame, okay, and they protect the Egypt. Yes, it's appear here. In the middle, you will see this original obelisk in the middle, and the other obelisks. Yes, in this photo, it will appear nice. They stand side by side, policemen with young people to protect our country.
Well, Dr. Shadid, these are obelisks. They are from the Pharaonic age, and you are an art of history professor. Tell us whether this design is suitable for the Tahrir Square or not. What do you think about engineer Mahmoud's design?
I found the idea is very good because Tahrir place is one of the most important places in the whole world, and we have the most important museum, the best one, the hugest one, the most important museum in the world.
The Egyptian Museum.
The Egyptian Museum. And the place of Tahrir is till now there is no good idea to make it as
famous
room to be
famous place in the world.
A famous place should be organized, well organized. I mean, with art, of course. And we found that the most important places in the world, like Paris, Place de la Concorde, they got obelisk from Egypt. They put it in the middle. In Rome, a lot of places they have obelisks from Egypt, and in Washington, everywhere, but not Tahrir place. Is something I couldn't believe it. And now it is a chance to put an old one, and we have behind the Andalus garden an old one from Ramses II. as in very good case, very situation. We can put it here in Rahib place because the place needs it. And then we have to organize the whole place after they finish the work in front of the museum. I wonder why they stay years of years just in a mess. Why they don't finish it, and now is a chance to reorganize the whole place.
So, Mr. Mahmoud, tell us how long will it take you to finalize this project? And who's going to be responsible for it?
First, it's take maybe 2 or maybe maximum 2 weeks. After that, I go to the Ministry of Defense and I met the general. So I told him we need to make this momentum. So he told me, okay, we will do it.
Support you.
Support me. But until now, it didn't done yet. So I wonder what is the wrong.
But what did you ask for? I mean, okay, they are going to support you, but did you go with some requests, for example, to help you, or I need this and this and this?
Requests.
Yes, no, I met him personality.
I know you met him in person, but
yes.
I mean, you just told him that I have this idea, I would like to make it, okay? So
Yes.
what do you need to make it? For example, did you present any official demands, for example, that they can help you or support you? Not yet.
Not yet. It's not yet. We are
So it
waiting
is your
for
step now to move on with this paper, I mean, to put your demands so that they can help you and support you.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so.
Well, you just mentioned that for every obelisk you're going to have the name of one of the martyrs
Yes.
or more. Of course, they are 600 or more.
No,
and
we
it's
don't
going
know.
on. You don't really know the number?
No one can tell you the right number until now.
So how would
So
you
are
know
waiting.
the names?
We will waiting to know, and it will be enough for maybe over 1,000. It will be enough. We will put around in this circle. We will put maybe in range 200 obelisks, and each obelisk have 3 sides to view, and we will put on 3 names in one obelisk.
How will you get the names of the martyrs? Because not all of them are known to us Egyptians.
Until now, we don't know all of these names. Until now.
But there are official records for them so
Yes,
that you
yes.
can resort to them?
And the armies told me they lost a lot of soldiers in these revolutions also.
Dr. Shahid, if you are talking about obelisks as an archaeologist, tell us how it is important to Egyptians, the obelisk, the meaning of the obelisk to us.
Yeah, the obelisk is we found since the old kingdom. Was in front of private tombs. We found 2 obelisks in the entrance, and then later on in Heliopolis we found the biggest obelisk we had. This is a kind of monument from on the ground, and at its end is a pyramidion. It's a little pyramid. And this pyramid was covered with gold to reflect the sun rays. It is a symbol of the sun. The symbol of it's called Techen or Techino. When the first sun rays come out from the sun, it met the top
side, right?
of the
The
top
tip
of the pyramid.
obelisk.
Yeah, and for that reason, it has something to connect the earth with the sky, with the sun, and for that reason, later on, they bought in front of every temple 2 of them, 2 of them, one in the east and one in the south. I mean, this is 2 places which the sun have a rest maybe on the top.
That's why in the past, I remember we've read a lot about the history that many of the kings, the pharaohs in general, each one was competing with the other just to build the longest, the biggest one, more than the other.
It depends on the
Throughout ages.
How much how is it, how rich he is, how can and how good the
rich
artist.
you will be.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's something that depends from king to another. But the obelisk is something very important for the history, art history of Egypt. For that reason, I say it's a good idea to do it in the Tahrir place.
Well, Engineer Mahmoud, you said that your project is going to involve an original obelisk, the one that Dr. Shadid mentioned is in Zamalek, behind the Andalus garden.
Yes, its garden, its name is Obelix Garden. It must be famous, but no one know here.
And no one knows where it is exactly.
Yes, I hope it's here.
I can see it, but it's hidden behind trees. It is not really obvious. So is it easy to transfer it to Tahrir Square?
You know, 2 years ago, we removed the statue of Ramses II from Tahrir, from Ramses Square to the new museum in the new museum.
The Grand Museum, you mean?
Yes, yes, the great one. It's too much lens.
No, it's no problem.
It's no problem.
It is no problem.
No, it's too easy.
They carry a bigger obelisk from Luxor to Paris. I mean,
but how about again the official documents or papers? Because everything here is still, you need some red tape to do things. To move, for example.
That's before 25 of January. We hope so after 25th of January.
It's easy from Andalus to Tahrir place, not from Giza or not from Luxor. I mean, this is just very near, and it is it's a dead place, which now the obelisk is now, and it's very important. It's a very good obelisk, very good. I mean, the hieroglyphic and everything. The name of Ramses on it is beautiful.
According for Ramses II.
Very to save it from to Tahrir place, and the background is Cairo Museum. It's wonderful.
When we were talking in the break, you mentioned some interesting idea. You said that this is going to be the original obelisk is going to be in the middle.
Yes.
This is what the pharaohs, the great pharaohs did. And the small obelisks, the new one, are going to be the new pharaohs, the new generations of generation of pharaohs are the ones after the 25th of January revolution.
Yes, this is a good comment for you. Yes, it's very nice. And I have a little comment. I make a little line from the behind of obelix, the small one. I mean, these lines, it's you know, like blood nerve of martyrs, but I said blood is not percolating down. The blood is a flow to the top to protect the Egypt. This the main obelix. This nice.
So at the end, Mr. Mahmoud Sliman and also Dr. Abdul Ghaffar Shadid, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And with this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you.